When I was a kid, at the far end of this lake, I found freshwater clams. You don't find freshwater clams in a little pond. They only exist where there was a river system. Of course, they're all gone now. There's houses where the freshwater clams were.
This is where the pipe that holds the brook now, in that flat grassy area there. This must be
the white of the white tree, the birch tree, or
exactly.
What?
And down here is where the brook actually ran, because however small in all the marshy area around it, you can still see the depression.
When I was a kid, I remember the brook being here, but there's nothing here now other than the garbage and brambles.
All this, where all the buildings except for a lot, was all woods. There used to be an old Foresters or Masonic Lodge back here way back when, but that was even gone. It was just all trees before the grocery store came in. And I think the idea was hopefully to turn this into a pocket park at some point in time. But obviously the city's not worrying about cleaning it up.
The four of us are on a journey to find Governor's Brook. We started right here on Herring Cove Road in the heart of Spryfield, between Sobeys and the Family Medical Clinic. We can't see the brook, but we can hear the water running.
Oh God!
Ow! We even got, look at this, even aluminum siding left down here. Isn't that nice? Somebody leaving their home renovations, or perhaps the wind, one of the storms ripped the aluminum siding off.
That's copper cable pipe or some kind of conduit pipe. Old Mr. Silver used to have a house there, and Mr. Hollett had a house on the other backside here, and they used to go fishing when we were standing and just have a daily thing of who caught the biggest fish. But there's no sign of that here now.
We wanted to start by locating the water sources that feed Governor's Brook. But the only visible source that we could find was highway runoff. We decided to test the water.
Now we just sent this piece down through, as we showed, and it came out and she's saturated. There's like the white side of the piece I broke it off from, and there's like a remarkable difference even from going through that pipe. So imagine water continuously going through that.
We were curious about the quality of water and how it might be affecting the surrounding environment, so we contacted a biologist to help us.
So down along here is where we'll do the first water test. We'll sample the water as it's coming. It's been run off from Northwest Arm Drive.
This little probe here can tell us something about what the quality of the water is, and there's three things that we can measure with it: the temperature of the water and how much acid content there is in the water, the pH that's called, or how salty the water is, and that's what I'm going to test right now. I noticed in this stream where it meets Coal Pit Lake a couple weeks ago, and I noticed it was at least 10 times higher than I've ever measured conductivity before in this area. And I'm seeing that again right now. We're seeing a conductivity of 652. This is saying there's all kinds of stuff coming off the road, all sorts of salts that have dissolved, most likely from road salt applications that are really contaminating this stream. And that's definitely stressful to organisms that require fresh and non-salty water.
As we venture further from the highway, we reach Catamaran Pond, which feeds Governor's Brook.
In the 60s, the city or the county or whatever it was at the time wanted to drain the pond and build a road through it. They wanted to continue the Northwest Arm Drive right down through the center of the pond here to join up with the Herring Cove Road. And they would have done it, except that one day a white egret showed up and stayed for most of the summer. And the environmentalists went to town on the city, or the highway department, and stopped construction. I saw in probably 51, 52, 53, somewhere in that area, a helicopter came over carrying what was left of a truck. I think it was a Model T, and dropped it in the other end of the pond.
Okay.
It was
On purpose.
out of sight, out of thought. That's the way we were back then. You didn't want something, you took it out in the backyard and threw it over the back of the yard. We've become much more environmentally conscious. There's been quite a bit of degradation over the years, but urban development causes degradation.
This is where Governor's Brook actually begins.
That subdivision is the Catamaran subdivision. They've been putting new houses in there in the last 2 or 3 years, I guess. And that is what has choked off the Governor's Brook area, and where it started to be piped under is because of that subdivision. All kinds of running water, and that would be Governor's Brook. Catamaran Pond is over that way, just on the other side of that sign, and it is piped under, all the way underneath us. You can hear the water from Governor's Brook underneath the manhole cover, and it goes underneath Herring Cove Road and comes back up again on the other side of St. Michael's Church.
What it looks like here is an actual, what was at one time one small part of Governor's Brook, or another side stream, that over time has filled in with trees, branches. You see branches, you've got leaves and grass. I mean, it's quite weak and very muddy. This shows you how soft the ground actually is. The foot sunk right down in. It's very, very moist, very damp still. This is still a channel that water will naturally flow to.
Once the water passes through Catamaran Pond and continues under Herring Cove Road, we decided to check the water quality again.
See how this has changed, if any. Coming through Catamaran Pond might have actually changed this quite a bit. Oh man. Okay, so the salt content has just doubled. Up above there we had conductivity of 650, now it's up over 1300. I actually thought it might have gone down after that Catamaran Pond, that there might have been some dilution from that, but not so.
Our interpretation is that this means Catamaran Pond is pretty polluted.
You got a mat? You got a mat? Hey guys, come here, check this out. Looks like we got a car graveyard here.
Check it out.
This is neat. I wonder how this good all got here. Look at how many cars there is here. Uh-oh, Corey's going to take it for a test drive.
This would remind you.
He stripped everything off of it.
Looks like some kind of little vermin living around here.
We continue our search deeper into the woods along a foot trail. The water becomes clearer and human debris almost disappears.
See that area down there? Where
Okay.
the trees start to come around there? That's where Governor's Brook actually ends. This horizon line here might very well be the last time this was photographed in live video, because they're putting a subdivision through there. The destruction of the lakes, the water system through this area is already begun. That's why we're sort of filming this, just to give people an idea, you know, what is here now. Maybe just something that you'll see in the library down the road.
This is a beautiful area, and it's sad to imagine that it's at risk of being destroyed. Maybe if more people get the chance to see what we have seen, we can work together to preserve what's left of Governor's Brook.